Hello there and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of an update on a fun cosplay that I have been working on with one of my really fantastic friends, Fred. He's the one who built my Samus cosplay and he's helping me build a new one. And I just wanted to show you some of the pieces and let you kind of enjoy some of us trying things out and adjusting things. Here is our bow, which came out beautifully. It's created and it works, fully functional, which is really neat. You want to tell them about it, Brad?
Yeah, probably the biggest difference or the hardest thing to work out was that this bit is wrong. According to the design of the bow, these curved pieces here extend out here and then lock into here. Those are the actual springs in the game. But trying to figure out how to replace that with something that was strong enough to make it work, but not too strong to make it pull the bow apart, it just didn't work. So a little bit of compromise to create reality from a video game weapon is I put these in instead. That's all it is. So you've got a piece of elastic that pulls it out, and then added the furniture to make the hinges work properly. That'll all be trimmed and disguised so it fits in with the aesthetic of the entire thing. And then just a simple little bit of wiring for picture hanging, just to give it something a bit substantial. But again, that'll all be disguised with colored wraps and kind of stuff, feathers hanging off of it. It'll look cool, you know. I mean, but yeah, it does pull properly all the way back, so you can pose with it as you see fit.
Yes.
Then we have arrows.
You show off the arrow?
Arrows. I don't know what this is. It just seemed like it ought to be heavy duty and made of metal for punching holes in giant roving robot cows. Whatever they are.
It's basically what they are. Some of them are giant robot cows.
And then so far we also have, this is the quiver that goes with it. These are fake arrows, a couple of different types, but as you can see they fit and they just stick in there, so they're con safe, so nobody can complain about them. And then there is one functional arrow. Oh, I just stabbed you.
To live in there? No, you're fine.
That just drops in there, so she can have one arrow to use for pictures or for posing, and the rest of them just sit there and look pretty, which is kind of cool. And then got the pack. Alright, so that's going to fit there. Just keep your hand like that. Okay, that works. Perfect. I'm really interested in getting one in place so I can see where it needs to go. Not you. You. Okay, so that horizontal, that bit goes right there. Okay, that's absolutely spot on. And this piece will drop in behind. Okay, loosen that bit just a little. So just slide that in where that needs to go, which is there. Pop that out a little bit. That fits on top. Okay, so
And then we'll have a headdress.
It'll be curved a little bit like that when it's all fit together.
It's gonna be so neat with all the colors.
Yeah, okay, so turn your head a little bit more to the left. There we go. You can actually see how it's gonna come out on the side and then the other one. And then what we'll do, that's fine. What we'll do is I'll attach that to a headband with the little combs on it. So it's got something solid, and then you can just fit it to your head, slot it into your hair, and then do all the other things that you need to do to give other Aloy's really cool braided haircut. So yeah, it's like each one of these pieces, it is 5 separate pieces
that are all put together.
Yeah, so that one actually.
You want to show it to them so they can see it?
Yeah, so that one actually slides in on top of there, but comes out of the bottom like so.
Slot
like that.
In between the two almost.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it'll be curved like so. You can see there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate pieces. And then the headpiece itself, the very front, is actually That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 pieces all on its own. And this is all foam. There's nothing 3D printed. I wanted it in foam so that it was light and it was flexible.
Yep.
So that you don't end up having a horrendous headache from wearing it for long periods of time. It'll be simple at this point. So, see, they're exactly the same.
We're checking to see if our body measurements are the same, so that whenever he makes my pieces, if he can just
Yep.
measure them to his own body, which is true. Are our
right.
legs the same too? I think my legs a little bit. My thighs. Was it knee there?
Yeah, neither.
Yep.
They're about.
Knees are even.
Neither, no.
My thigh is a little bit longer than yours.
No, there's mine. There's
Yeah.
yours. They're the same.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, hang on, hang on.
I was like, I wasn't straightened up yet.
Bring yours up.
Yeah, mine's a little bit
Your
longer.
thigh is a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Good, the thigh's not important. So, joint. Just to the outside. That's 14 inches. All right, you do me.
Joint. Yours is a little longer. Yours is closer to, is that 17 inches?
Really?
You're somewhere about right. From joint to joint, right here.
Yeah, just on the outside, yeah.
You're right here.
Okay, well that kind of makes sense. I mean,
Your shoulders are a little broader than mine.
Because I'm a dude,
Yeah.
and your thighs are a little longer and a little bit further than mine.
A little
so
bigger, no big
that's
deal.
Fine. So arm length.
Just remember to add some femininity to your measurements is all.
Or we've got reduced it at the shoulders.
Yeah, there you go.
So Fred, shoulders 17 and 14.
Come here.
And I know that our neck measurements are the same and our head measurements are the same. And lengthwise, on that just makes it a lot easier because I could just make them to fit lengthways on me. And then
Make them sizable for thickness.
Somebody has decided to join us. She's quite persistent as well. All right, so the only other thing I need to do is wrap your calf and wrap your forearm and then do some duct tape and then cut it. What's that?
It's just a hair tie.
Okay. That's fine.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, so going pretty much there.
I'm drawing your edges so you can cut them off.
Yeah, so I get a nice, so I get the edges exactly where I want them, and that's not far off. I just want to give you a little bit
Of rim.
a little bit of room at the wrist. And that's your inner part there. So we're just going to draw a straight line down. So that will be a single piece, and then right where that line is, it will split, and then it will be like the back of a corset.
It'll be tight.
So there will be the brads that run either side. There'll be the little piece that extends out underneath it, so you can tighten it and loosen it as you see fit, and it'll look cool, you know.
Yeah.
So then all we do, we cut it off. There we can. There we are.
Boom. Solid fit.
Now I can slice that. So like so. Let's actually just come away a little bit. So put that back in. That's cool. And then just trim off what I don't want. This is right arm, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Make sure you write it on there.
Yeah. Cute. Okay, so that obviously won't lie flat the way that it is. So generally all I will do is I will put
a couple of extra.
A dart, which is one there, just straight up towards the, but not all the way up. Give it about an inch to put a big one in, and then two more. Rough equal distance, and then it flattens out
So
nice and neatly.
You can cut it and everything.
What I will then do is I'll probably separate these two so that I can have a seam on both sides and actually stitch them together properly.
But the whole thing can flatten so that you can use it make it out of foam.
Yeah, or well, that one's actually going to be fabric.
Oh, is it going to be fabric?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. I'll have those bits there. I mean, I need to make it out of fabric so that I can actually attach all the grommets into it and it won't rip itself apart effectively.
That would be.
So that was right forearm, isn't it?
Or
Let's do right again so I know that both of them are on the right.
Okay.
All right, so we do need that to go up a bit. Lovely jubbly. It's so delicate. Let's try to not wrap this one as tight as the other one. You bring it up a little bit.
So fresh and so clean.
Yes. That's good, that's better. And I'm not going to do the duct tape as tight either. This time.
Take it off in advance. Use them teeth. You have scissors right there.
I can always just get that.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
You know what? Fuck it.
Get the scissors.
Ah.
It's alright, it goes all the way. Keep it moving it too tight.
That's it. Okay. Fine. Use tools.
How dare we use these things that are created to make our lives easier.
Shush. We can just lodge it here. Making sense. Okay. Is that connected?
It is now.
That's fine.
I'm like, that wasn't the plan.
And then we just
Squish, squish, squish.
to wrinkle it up. Two more.
Uh-oh.
What?
You lost your end piece.
No, I got it. See, that's what happens when you cut it with scissors. It's hard to find it.
What you do is you use your scissors to create an end piece. That's what I do. I fold my scissors up in the fold. A minute. Because you're fine.
That's fuck too logical. Are we covering a bit? That's a piece there.
Yeah, still need one more piece.
One more piece. There it is. Okay, I got it. Okay. A little bit loose at the bottom, but I can cope with that. That's actually exactly where it should be. I can deal with that. And then that is... That's pretty close, isn't it? If I just trim that away there. Pretty much where it needs to be. Right, I do need the back of your leg though. So that's there. There's that.
Just have to remember that there's a flex in it there.
Yeah. Alright, let's try and do this without killing you or slicing you.
That'd be super great. Take your time. Freedom!
Alrighty. Phew. No bleeding.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Apparently I'm supposed to give refunds if there's bleeding. Slightly different looking. So you can actually see that the cuts are in a slightly different place. Because the whole thing now flattens out. Even though it's actually curved. And if there are... I mean, you could make it absolutely flat by putting more cuts in it.
Yeah.
But that means you're stitching stuff more back together. It's unnecessary, quite frankly, because it'll curve, and particularly with you being able to tighten it with the laces, yeah, it'll shape itself quite nicely. So that is right shit.
So that is going to be it for us today. We managed to make some, what would you consider those, patterns?
Those are patterns / templates.
For my shins and my forearms, so that we can create some armor. And then we also got to test out the bow and get a good look at that. And Pebbles wanted to say hello. Come here, Pebbles.
Hey, come on, sweetie. Come on.
She wants to be in the video too. Either way, thank you for joining us. I hope that you're enjoying the progress so far, and I can't wait to show you more in the future.